Hello, everyone. So today, let's talk about how to survive the Paris subway. I know that it's not the most sexy topic to talk about, but if you're living in Paris, or if you are a tourist in Paris, or if you're just coming through in Paris, you have to. I mean, there's a very large chance that you will experience the Paris subway. So I can assure you, the experience won't be pleasant. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible experience. So basically, I think in Paris there are around 13 subway lines. So from line 1 to line 13, they work through, they go through the main Parisian areas, and then we have the RR, like RR. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's like RER, um, which are those are the lines that connect Paris to the greater Paris area. So if you live in Paris and if you work in Paris, you have to communicate. You have to commute through those kind of metro systems. And the reason why I said the experience in Paris is very horrible is because Paris is it's a quite large city, a very international one, but still very large city. So that means there will be a lot of people just getting on the subway to go to work, or maybe just to commute between work and home, or just run their errands. And there will be horrible rush hours. So basically every day, if I mean. Like before the lockdown, every day at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. There will be like a lot of people, like everyone in Paris is on the subway. So the experience is horrible. So basically, if you're in subway, there's no place for you to sit. There's no place for you even to stand in the subway, and it's quite difficult for you to get on the subway. So I remember that living in Asia, the situation is the same or maybe worse, but in Paris, uh, I guess because the subway station was built like 100 years ago, maybe like sometime around that time period. So it's quite small. That means the subway station is was not designed to hold a lot of population. So I guess that's one. And the other thing you need to be aware of is like pickpockets or thieves. So it's quite common in Paris. Either you are on the subway or you are just walking in the street. So in general, if you are on the subway and there are stops that go through the popular tourism destinations. Basically, there will be a lot of international people, a lot of tourists going to Musée de Louvre, to the Louvre Museum, like somewhere near that, or Châtelet, or even Belleville. I think that kind of area or stops you need to pay more attention to, because I saw from a lot of YouTube videos, the pickpocket, they're basically very, very crazy. Some of their practice is that when you are getting the subway, and they basically pickpockets in the last minute of the door closes, or if you are sitting next to the door, and when the subway is reaching a destination, the pickpocket, they basically grab your phone and they just rush out of the door. And the moment they are gone, the door closes. So there's no way you can just catch them. I mean, it's impossible. It's impossible. And the other possibility is that uh, I mean, even if you have survived the subway travel and you're on your way, getting out of the subway, you there will be a chance that you might be followed by the pickpockets. So basically, I mean, personally, I had this experience on my first month in Paris, so I didn't know anything. It was summer. I was wearing like minimum clothes, but I was carrying my backpack, and my wallet was there, and I have my like the little, I don't know how to say it in English, but it's like a little purse, like this big, to hold my changes in euro. So I was on my way out, and I think I arrived in Nasun to see a friend. And my backpack was very chic because it was made in France. So there was literally no zippers. So it was just like a button to hold to close the backpack. And I was on my basically the last floor out of the subway. So I was basically about to go outside the subway, and I noticed, there was something funky going on in my back. I felt like something moving, but I wasn't paying attention. And then I turned around and I saw like two guys were just leaving my direction. So I had this feeling that maybe they were pickpockets. So after that, I just turned around and I checked my backpack, and I found out that the wallet was stolen. But luckily, I think I only have 20 euros in my wallet. So, and everything else, like my passport, my bank card, my credit cards, they're all intact because I have the separate layers where I keep all my important belongings to. So I guess luckily I only lost like 20 euro to 40 euro maxed. So that's the lucky part. But I'm warning you that if you're on the subway, you should stay vigilant all the way. So if you have been on the Paris subway, you might notice that even though a lot of people they were playing with their phones, but whenever there's like they're reaching a stop, they stop playing with their phones. So I think like the Parisians, they know for a fact that some like some pickpocket, they will like choose that moment as the perfect timing to do their stealing and everything. So they basically stop, they're playing with their phone, they just put their phone, they hold their phone like that, or they just maybe put their phone in their pockets just in case. Or you might have noticed that in Paris or maybe in Europe in general, there are a lot of people, they don't play with their phone. They read a book or maybe they read newspaper. I think one reason is that in the Paris metro, like underground worlds, there aren't a lot of Wi-Fi or like 5G or 3G available. So you basically get no reception at all when you are underground. So you have to do something to kill time. So reading a book or reading newspaper might seems like the cheapest way to spend your time. And you won't lose your phone or your wallet and everything. So I think that can be a reason. And for some of you, you might have had this bad experience of smelling like a pee or shit on the Paris subway. So I think it's quite normal as well because I think it's maybe the homeless people who they usually take a pee, or sometimes they just take a shit on the metro, like seriously. Um, because in Paris or in France, the public toilets, I mean, there are public toilets, but it will take a lot of time finding a free one. And a lot of the public toilets, they are out of, out of use, or they're under maintenance, or you have to pay for a fee, and you don't have euro, you don't have a change. They only take the coins, and you don't have coins. So where the hell are you going to use to answer the nature call? So a lot of people, they just pee or they take a shit on like literally on the subway, or they do it inside the subway. Like seriously, that's quite normal. So the I think the Paris administration of the subway like system, they don't clean the subway on a regular basis. So I guess even if they do, considering the amount of homeless people living in Paris, it's impossible to do it like on a daily basis. So you will smell like the human feces, or like smell the smell of pee on the subway, so it's quite normal. So just don't be surprised. And the subway is very very dirty. I'm not talking about the pee and like the smell. It's just in general there are a lot of people, like different kind of people, getting on the subway and use the subway, and they don't clean that much. So I did a small experiment. I pressed the button on the subway, and afterwards I used like medical alcohol to clean my finger with a tissue, and I realized that just with that one press, my finger was like basically very dirty, and the tissue got black or brown. So that's how dirty it is in the on Paris subway. And I think Paris is a big city, and people come to Paris because they feel like it's the city of love. They basically romanticize Paris. But I'm basically telling you, or I'm just basically telling you my experience and a lot of other people's experience. The subway in Paris is not that beautiful. It's not something that people should be proud of. But luckily, no one smokes on subway because it's legally like not allowed. And sometimes there will be like a pleasant, I think it's pleasant, like some artists. I mean, yeah, they're artists, so they basically do their performance on subway, and they play maybe some short music, and some people they play tricks, and they will ask you for money. I think asking for the money part is not legally allowed, but giving the performance will make your like stay on the subway like a more pleasant one, I think. um, yeah, I think I forgot to mention that in Paris, or maybe in France in general, a lot of the local people, they don't want to pay for the metro tickets. So the way they do it is like they basically say bonjour or bonsoir. They basically say hi to you on the subway when you're about to swipe your card, or maybe you're about to insert your ticket to the ticket machine, and they ask you, could I join you? That basically means that they want to follow you into the metro station. And in Paris, I think the people who are checking the tickets, they were called controller. It's like controller or something. And I think on a normally basis, you won't see them like quite often. Maybe once a month, or maybe like yeah, I think once a month, or maybe 3 times 2 months is like the maximum frequency you will see them on subway. I mean, from my experience, I don't take the subway that much. I try to walk as much as possible to save some money, and also to exercise. But if you take subway, there will be a chance you might run into them. And I mean, it's very strange. I think it's been Asian that they might have this impression that Asians are very like well educated. They are well behaved. So like in general, we usually pay for the tickets. So I never got stopped by the controller. I basically just pass by and I say hello, I say bonjour, I smile at them, and since it went very well for me, like the 6 months I stayed in Paris, I have never got stopped by the controllers. So it's like it's the chance. But if you got caught by the controllers, you will have to pay. I don't remember exactly how much, but it should be something between 45 euros to 75 euros. So you have to pay for the fine. And I mean, it's a very sensitive topic, but I have some Parisian friends, and they told me that the controller, they never stop, or they try to stop less like non-Asian and non-white people, because they have this feeling that if they stop them, there will be like a resistance or something like I mean, I'm not being racist or something. It's just what my friends told me. It's just some people in Paris, like basically immigrants or like illegal worker, they have this tendency of not paying tickets, and since they are so big, like in size and in the body is like so muscular and everything, and it kind of frighten the controller. So then they try to, they try not to check their tickets, but they will check their tickets if you are Asian or if you are white. So there's some, there's something that my friends told me, and they're French, so I'm not sure if that's totally true. So if you have the same problem, or if you have heard of something like that, just leave your comments, and just confirm with me. And but in general, I don't think that's the truth, because basically, for one, I don't see a lot of controllers on the subway checking people's ticket. I mean, not like in Germany, because in Germany the controllers, they are very sneaky. Because I remember my experience in Berlin is that the controller, they pretend to be like a regular passenger on the subway, and as long as the door closes, they show up. They show their badge, and they suddenly checking everyone's tickets. So there's no way you would notice that their controller, and there's no way to anticipate they're going to do that. So I don't know. I don't know why, but it's just how things work in Germany. But in France, it's a different story. But I guess if you're a foreigner, and you can always pretend you don't speak French. Just say je comprends pas. Je ne just say je ne parle pas français. So maybe you get away with it. I mean, I don't know. I've never tried it, but there might be a chance that the French controller, they speak a little bit of English, like per se. So that's what I want to share about the experience in the Paris in Paris subway. If you have anything else to add, just please feel free to leave a comment and let us know your experience. So I have to apologize that I'm not someone who is really good at doing the effects. So I didn't do any editing. This is like a live stream. But the purpose of my video is to share my experience, share my thoughts of the way the Parisian people live their life, or the way I, as a foreigner, observe them living their life. So it's been I think my channel is very informative. Like there is a lot of content here, but it's based on my own my personal experience. So if you like my channel, just give me a thumb up, and don't forget to subscribe. So I will be very happy, and I will be very thankful if you do that. So thank you. À bientôt.